good to have this guy back at the Speedway, period, and it's always good to end up on the top of the time chart at the end of the day. So, Jay, tell us about your day. It looked pretty busy out there.
Yeah, it was really busy. It's kind of like a fairy tale. This is like a dream right now. I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow and, you know, it's all gone. But, I mean, where do I start? First of all, what an amazing group of people I got behind me, you know. Team One Cure, Tony Stewart Foundation. I was fortunate enough to have Tony here today, and that was fantastic, having him around. You know, Lucas Oil, Jim Beam, there's a long list of people that I want to thank for being here. And yeah, the Schmidt-Peterson guys and Honda, by far the most professional team and program that I've been a part of, and you know, just plugged me right in, and we got to work, and yeah, I still can't believe we're top of the charts. Feels good.
Tony give you a hard time at all today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Just want to make sure. Want to make sure he hadn't lost his touch with you there.
Yeah.
But he'd be happy, huh?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was happy. So yeah, everyone's really happy. I mean, like I said, it's like a dream start. We all had confidence coming into this, but this is obviously a very good start. We still have a lot of work to do, and it'll be a long race, a very racy race, based off of what I just see.
No kidding. I agree with you. Susie's on this side of the room. I'm working this side.
Jay, how difficult has it been getting reaccustomed to the speed after having been out of a car for a bit of a while?
Yeah, surprisingly, quite quickly just got back in the groove of things. It's kind of like riding a bike, you know, you don't forget. Definitely, you know, St. Louis was a big help for me to go out at Gateway and just do a few laps there and knock the rust off and just get used to those high speeds again. But yeah, this place, just as magical as it was last time I was here.
You said that you're in a dream situation. We're going to put you through a nightmare now. Wolfgang, you're next.
Jay, is it possible we see you a little bit more in Indy cars, and maybe you can explain how different is a car now in this new configuration compared to last time you raced the IndyCar, and how came the contact with Tony Stewart together?
Sure. Well, I mean, first of all, I'd love to be in IndyCar more. There's no doubt about that. We are working on it, and we're hopeful. That's about all I can really kind of say right now, and that's about as far as we've got. So hopefully I can just keep doing a good job. That's my job, is to keep doing stuff on track, and we will see. And I would love to stay with Schmidt-Peterson Group for sure, and Honda. So so there's that. Sorry, what did you say of that? Oh, the car, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'll cover the difference between the cars first. So very, very similar feeling. When you're by yourself, very much the same. There's not a lot of difference between... is this still working? You can hear me? Yeah, very, very, very similar. Once you get into the traffic, definitely feels like it's not as stable as the old car. That's really all I got for you. I mean, the controls are, you know, very different. You know, obviously I have a clutch. Last time I drove this IndyCar, I had 3 pedals, and now we've only got 2. So that's a little different. They're really, you know, there's not, yeah, I had mixed feedback from lots of different people. Some people are like, oh, the car's so different, and these dome skids, and, you know, had all sorts of crazy thoughts on how the car's so different. But, you know, I think it goes back to credit to the team. You know, maybe when they first got this car, there was some challenges with it, but the Schmidt-Peterson guys have done a mega job with the car, and for me to have the time out that I've had, and slide in and be P1. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, so I was doing some work with Tony Stewart Foundation, and I'll keep it short, but basically got to know Joni, Bob, and Pam is Tony's mother. And I think they took a liking to me. I might be wrong. And we just all had this fantastic idea that I should be driving. So we started working on it, and there's this program called One Cure. There's a Flint Animal Cancer Center out in Colorado at CSU University. And we went to visit, and it's an amazing facility. And the whole program is based around comparative oncology. Basically what comparative oncology is, the crossover between cancer in dogs, for example, and humans. And so their whole slogan is, the cure to cancer could be walking right next to us. And just the little bit that I got to experience being there, very similar in terms of, there's a team of people focused on, a sick dog. And it's just, the work they do is phenomenal. We want to get them some recognition. We want to support them. We want, we're driving for something more than just, getting my ugly mug on the Borg Warner trophy. It's an amazing cause, and, we want to beat cancer. And, in human trials, you're talking 8 to, some as long as 15 years, and, not necessarily much success. And in dogs, and with their lifespan, you're talking 2-year trials. So the speed at which they learn and develop the drugs and medication is pretty amazing. So we're seeing a lot of stuff cross over, and the people at Flint Animal Cancer Center are helping people now, which is absolutely amazing. So
I got here late, so you may have already answered it, but the day he shows up, the day Tony shows up, you get fast lap of the day.
I'm going to chain him up in the garage.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. He might think he's leaving. He ain't.
But
he's going to get out to his car. He's going to see he's got flat tires. I've already been out there taking care of all the tires. He's not escaping.
Yeah, but what does his presence do to kind of elevate the game a little bit?
Yeah,
and how many days is he? How much time does he plan on being up here this month?
I told you, he ain't leaving. Well, I know he's got the little 500 that he's racing. Because Tony says he's retired, but he's not retired. He loves racing. I don't know exactly Tony's schedule, but he has this presence. Everybody loves him. Well, I say everybody. We love him. But no, he just loves it. He's got a passion for racing, and I'm sure everyone, including Sam, was probably really happy to see how the day ended up with Tony around. And like I say, I'm hoping I can chain him to the sink or something and not let him go anywhere.
Since Ryan showed up, we'll see if there are any more questions for Jay before we let Jay free.
Jay, just a question for you concerning your Formula 4 team here in America.
Yep.
Just want to double check. I think you won the championship last year with a young guy called Cameron Duss. Is this correct?
No, this is our first year in Formula 4, but the engineer that won the championship with Duss last year is now with us. So that's the only connection there.
What's your plan for the young guys when you win the championship? Bring
Yeah,
them
we're
in IndyCar or to Europe in open wheel race?
Yeah, ultimately every parent and driver has their own ideas and vision of where they should and shouldn't go. But for us, Formula 4 is a perfect step from karting, and really where they should go, if it's my opinion, they should go to USF 2000. That's a perfect step for them, and that's where we'll push them. And you never know. Maybe we'll have a USF 2000 team next year. We'll see.
So, okay. So you said that the cars weren't super difficult for you to adjust to today, or just this year. I know there's a new body kit coming out for next year with IndyCar. Do you think that'll be the same case for you, that it won't be too difficult to adjust to that next year?
Yeah, that might be a little more tricky because, like I said, with these guys, they've had a bit of time now with the car, and obviously done an exceptionally good job getting the balance very, very good. You know, as soon as I got in the car, it was just small changes that we wanted to do. So, yeah, anytime you introduce something new like an aero kit, for sure, there's a lot of work to be done. Not necessarily everything that's done on a computer. Sometimes it's a little different on track, but we will see. But if I'm lucky enough to be driving with a new aero kit, I'll report back.
Very good. Jay, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Ryan Hunter-Reay joins us. And Ryan, I was pondering as you came in, there's a couple of drivers who have been here for a number of years who I think have experienced the entire gamut of this facility, where you've drank the milk, you've had the incredible times when you couldn't find the speed, you've dealt with the conditions. I mean, how does that affect you when you're taking a look at a week like this where the conditions have been a little extreme? We don't know about the weather. It's the kind of thing that can really throw you for a curveball.
Yeah, it's been tough work the past just today, I guess, but the past couple days it's been tricky out there. We're definitely driving the cars a lot, I can tell you that. We're on edge, and you never really know what the next lap is going to hold, and what surprise is coming at the next corner with dirty air or gust of wind or whatever. So we've done quite a bit of testing, and we've tried a lot of things, and we've kind of bounced around a bit, but it's certainly it's pretty difficult out there. We'll see what the weather does over the next couple days. Hopefully we can get in some qualifying simulation runs on Fast Friday if the weather cooperates, but we're looking forward to the next page here tomorrow.
Very good.
Ryan, a new voice in the ear for this race. Instead of Michael, it's going to be Ray, and you and Ray have worked together a very long time, but just to have a different race strategist, even though the race strategist is what the engineer usually devises, how do you see that working out for this race?
Great. Well, Ray has been in my ear for the past 2 years at all races, so it's business as usual.
So how often do you hear from Michael when he's on your stand?
Just when we're on the intercom talking and everything, and during practice and all that stuff, and sometimes he'll pipe up during qualifying or whatever. But he's more bouncing around to different cars that kind of need his attention, I guess. He's kind of in that, he's shifting from car to car at times and bouncing around. I guess his home base for him is the 28 car, yes. But now that he's on the 29 car full time now. And that can change next month or where he is, but since the beginning of 2016, Ray has been in my has been in my ears.
And as far as it's one thing to look up on top, see Jay's fast speed, but that was 24th with no toe. All the Andretti cars were up there around the top 4 or 5. You were 4th in no toe. Just to be able to get a. According to that,
I wonder what. Yeah, we looked at the no toe. Oh, I think it was because it's either a 10-second or 8-second filter, but we were pretty happy with our no toe. Yeah, absolutely.
But I was saying all the Andretti's, their speeds appear to be with no toe.
Yeah, the cars are definitely pretty quick. Do you know what that no toe report is based on? What filter it is? What gap? No. But yeah, I think we're all pretty happy with the speed. It's going to be about getting the balance and the balance not going off through the run. That is the key to going fast here at Indy, is to have a nice consistent run through the 4 laps. So that's what we're focused on. Did some trims today, and it was definitely it had my attention. It was pretty interesting out there. So we'll see. Tomorrow's going to be another one. I think the conditions might be a bit better tomorrow if it stays dry.
A couple of questions. Number one, I take a look at the charts today, and the Honda people are strongly represented in the top half of the chart. And then the Chevy people, not quite so much until you get down to the bottom page. It flips by pretty fast.
Yeah.
Would you say that the Honda people this year are completely satisfied with the package they brought?
It looks like there's a lot more Hondas than Chevys out there. Am I getting something wrong?
I think there's 18 this year, 18 Hondas.
I don't know. 18 Hondas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, I guess the majority, but yeah, it's definitely, you know, like last year we were strong as well. I think it's similar to last year.
Okay.
It's great competition, you know. You have 4 Hondas, 2 Chevys, what is that, 5 Hondas, Chevy, Honda, Chevy, Chevy, Honda, Honda, Chevy, Chevy, Honda, Chevy. So it's going to be a good battle, I think.
And the second one is, I don't think that Joseph forgot how to drive suddenly in traffic, so he obviously had a scary moment out there. Did every driver pretty much, if they were pushing it a little bit, have those times scary moments?
Absolutely. I'm not sure what happened with Newgarden, but I can tell you in traffic, with the gusting wind and everything else, you know, one lap you go through there, you feel like Superman. The next lap you come through, and it all of a sudden surprise you, and we're wheeling it big time. So, and all you need is the wrong combination of a gust of wind and a bit of dirty air while the rear steps out, and it could clock just a little bit too far, and you're around. So I'm not sure what happened with his car, though. You know, who knows? For all I know, something could have broke. But it was something that it was very busy out there today, and like I said, I was wheeling it. I had some pretty good loose moments as well.
Other questions for Ryan Hunter-Reay before we let him go about his day?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.